I think we only exaggerate this point to make this point, but they say that 80% of the women sleep with 20% of the men. It's not really a good conversation to have with a date, but probably if you end up in a relationship, you end up having the discussion about how many partners you've had. I know that myself, I was counting them and had kept track of their first names. I don't want to be some asshole who didn't even know who they were. And I could count all the way up to a number in the 30s, and it was always the same number I would get to, and then I couldn't think of anybody else. I tried to do it in order to. And I actually kind of wanted to exceed my age. I think I right about met the number of my age, and now for a couple years I very gladly don't have anybody's nasty karma on me, and I don't want my number to get so much higher. But if you have that discussion with a partner, what number is too low, what number is too high, it's really not a very fruitful conversation for anybody. But recognizing that I probably hit a number in my 30s, I believe many women will have exceeded the number of their age some point in their 20s, and in their lifetime probably gotten over the triple digits. So I say this with consideration to what enables an authoritarian personality. Mr. Professor Dr. Jordan Peterson, who does the actual reading and submerges himself in this stuff, did some kind of study that I think he said he didn't release, and being female and having a female temperament is absolutely important, characteristic of an authoritarian personality, which is why I've been warning that the hyenas have taken over the Lion Kingdom. So I had previously done a video called The Recipe for Hypocrisy, and I don't know that I really made a clear statement of it, but it seems to be the disparity between how we're received and how we're allowed to act. And it does truly seem that those who are received for being especially pure or virtuous or something are often enabled to do their worst and behave in filthy, dirty, damn ways. Meanwhile, it's also the case that men are considered weak if they complain. Paul said, don't argue or complain so that you won't be criticized, and that sounds like the American workforce to me. So just like victim blame is central to the establishment of an authoritarian state because you've attacked somebody's right to defend themselves, if you take away the right for men to complain in a society, you have attacked the society's right to defend itself. That's my concern. When someone is received for an image that doesn't match their actuality, they will defend that reputation is true because they're defending against an actuality that they don't accept. That's a recipe for hypocrisy.